Welcome back to Impact Math with Miss Taylor. Alrighty, we are going to be doing multiplying fractions, okay? So we have 5/8 times 2/9. Express your answer in simplest form. So what we want to get in the habit of is counseling, okay? And what I mean by that is instead of just multiplying straight across, we're going to see what we can cross out. So you see how you have a 2 here and an 8? Well, 2 can go into 8. So let's rewrite this. Times 2/9. So I'm going to divide this by 2, and I'm also going to divide this 8 by 2. So what that leaves me is a 5 on top, and then 8 divided by 2 goes to a 4, times 2 divided by 2 is a 1, and that leaves a 9. So we have 5 times 1 is 5. And then we could stop there because if we look at our answer, there's only one answer choice that has a 5 on top. But let's keep on going. So 4 times 9 is 36. And this is our simplified form. Okay, let's go to the next. Alrighty, it says, what is 3/16 of 8/9? So 3/16 of means times 8/9. Okay, so again, I'm looking to cancel out. So I can divide this by 3 and I can divide this by 3 because 3 goes into both 9 and 3. Let's look here. What can go into 16 and 8? Well, 8 can go into 8, and also 8 can go into 16. So now let's just simplify. Okay, so 3 divided by 3 is 1. 16 divided by 8 is 2, times 8 divided by 8 is 1, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. So let's multiply. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 3 is 6, and B is your answer. Again, this is a time test. So I didn't need to do this bottom. All I need to do is 1 times 1. There's only one answer choice where the numerator, the top, is 1. So save your time on those time tests. Alrighty, let's do another. Multiply and reduced to the lowest terms 5/13 times 3 3/8. Alrighty, so we're gonna keep it 5 over 13, and we're gonna times that by. Now, when you're dealing with a mixed number, you have to change this mixed number to an improper. And how you do that is you do times, then add. So we're going to do 8 times the whole number, 3, and we're going to add the numerator, 3. And that stays over what you're dividing by, which is 8, okay? So 8 times 3 is 24, plus 3 over 8. 24 plus 3 is 27 over 8. Okay, so now that we have this into an improper fraction, and all that means is your top number is bigger than your lower number. Numerator bigger than the denominator, okay? So now we're going to put this over here, 27 over 8. Well, let's see. Do we have anything that we can cross simplify out? It doesn't look like it, so let's multiply across. So 13 times 8. So we're going to bring 13 times 8. 8 times 3 is 24. Carry the 2. And then 8 times 1 is 8 plus 2 is 10. So 104. Okay, so now by me knowing that's the denominator, I can cancel out B and D because 104 has to be on the bottom. Okay, now we're going to do 27 times 5. So 5 times 7 is 35. And 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3 is 135. Okay, we have 135 as our numerator. So now we're going to divide these, okay, because we have either this or this. So we're going to do 104 divided by, 135 divided by 104, okay? So how many 104s can fit into 135? Well, only one can. So right there, we can see our answer is going to be C. But let's continue. 1 times 104 is 104, and we're going to minus 3 minus 0 is 3. 5 minus 4 is 1. So you see how they have a remainder of 31? So you put 31 over what you're dividing by, which is 104. And that's how you get your answer. Alrighty, let's go to the next. Number 4 says multiply 3/12 times 1/6. All right, so we have 3/12 times 1/6. And then we're looking to see what we can cross simplify, right? Cross cancel. So I can divide this by 3 and I can divide this by 3 because 3 goes into 6 and 3 goes into 3. Okay, that's how my brain saw it. Some people could have saw it where you divided this by 3 top and bottom, which is perfectly fine as well. Let's do it. Well, I'll do it over here and show you what I mean. So 3 divided by 3 is 1 over 12 times 1 over 6 divided by 3 is 2. And so we're going to get 1 times 1 is 1, over 12 times 2 is 24. So let's do this another way. Let's say you said, oh, 3 goes into 12. So let's rewrite it. 3 over 12 times 1 over 6. So let's say you saw it as, let me divide this by 3 and divide this by 3. Well, 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then we would times that by the 1/6. So 1 times 1 is 1, and 6 times 4 is 24. See how you can get the same answer, but different ways. That's why I love math, because it's all on how your brain makes it work. Thank you so much for watching right now. We're going to go to our last couple of problems. So if you want to pause the video and try them yourselves and see if you get the right answer, I suggest that. And don't forget to hit that subscribe and follow. Alrighty, number 5. So we have 1 2/5 times 5. Again, remember we need to change this into an improper fraction. So we're gonna times, then add. So we do 5 times the whole number, which is 1, and we're gonna add 2, all over what we divided by, which is 5. So 5 times 1 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. So we have 7/5 here, okay? And we're gonna times that by 5. But let's remember, right? Oops, sorry for the blur. So let's remember, any whole number can be written over 1. So if we write this over 1, then we can see what we can cross out. Well, we could divide this by 5 and divide this by 5. So we end up with, let me scoot it down a little bit, 7 over 1 times 5 divided by 5 is 1 over 1. So we end up with 7 times 1 is just 7. And we're not going to put over 1 because we know every whole number is over 1. Thank you for sharing, subscribing. And if you made it this far, I hope this is a blessing to you and you knock out that test. Alrighty, so let's do number 6. Okay, we have 2 1/7 times 1 3/4. So again, we're going to change this to an improper fraction. So we're going to do times, then add. So 7 times 2 plus 1 over 7 times, okay, 4 times 1 plus 3. Remember you add here, over what we're dividing by is 4. Okay. So now 7 times 2 gets us 14 plus 1 over 7. 14 plus 1 gets us 15 over 7. And we're going to times that by 4 times 1 gets us 4 plus 3 over 4. Well, 4 plus 3 gets us 7 over 4. So now we're going to see if we can cross simplify. So I can divide this by 7 and I can divide this by 7. So I get 15 over 1 times 7 divided by 7 is 1 over 4. So we end up with 15 times 1 is 15, over 1 times 4 is 4. 15/4. But what we're going to do is we're going to actually divide this out. So we're going to change it to a mixed number. So I'm going to write it over here, okay? So I'm going to do 4 into 15. So how many 4s can we fit into 15? If you said 3, you're 100% right on. So 3 times 4 gets us 12. And then 15 minus 12 gets us a 3. We have a remainder of 3, so we're going to write that as 3 over 4. And that's what we get. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching, subscribing, and sharing. And I'll most definitely catch you on the next one. Bye, Pack Family.